Nothing. Yeah.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade with Precision free video newsletter. Now gold and silver has been on everyone's lips of late, and there's been a lot of talk about trading both of those markets. What I want to show you today is something slightly different. I'm sure some of you are aware, some may not be aware, but at Trade with Precision we have a daily video newsletter where we send out our outlook on what the markets are potentially going to do that day or that week, and also call a lot of our trades live. What I want to show you now is a fantastic trade Nick recently took on silver, and also one that he had taken on gold, but it's still very relevant in the sense that he talks about his long-term view over the coming days to weeks in regards to gold and silver. So one, you'll be able to get to see his views going forward for those both of those markets, but also you'll get to see how he called a couple of his trades live on our Precision Perspectives videos newsletter, and how the rationale and thinking he used in coming to that decision to enter that trade. So what I'll do now, I'll cut to that video and then I'll come back at the end and just do a little summary for you.
I've got a chance here for a tight stop down behind 36. That's the 36 big number, and also behind the 78.6 level. My stop is at 35.93. I've got 1-to-1 for my first target, but I'm looking for this to go on further. Now, there's the trade. Initially, I want to talk you through how I came across that trade, and I also want to talk about gold and the gold position I'm in, just to demonstrate also how I came across silver. So you'll remember I got long gold back here, and I got just shy of 1-to-1 before the weekend, so I closed part of my position out to lock in profit. We've now moved on further, and this is in nice profit now, and I'm long gold and I want to stay long gold. The reason I want to stay long gold is because, looking at it here, I've just changed the chart on the screen, but this daily chart is starting to show signs of a good reversal, and the weekly chart's pulled right back into the buy zone. Small green candles breaking up through, which was largely the reasons why I was taking the trade last week anyway, and therefore I don't want to be getting out now at 1 or 1.5-to-1. I want to be looking for a decent run here and trying to catch a decent move on gold. So I like it, but I've scaled out, and I thought, well, do I want to scale back in? No, not at this stage. There's no reason to, but I want to, I want to be taking advantage of the upside. I'd like to have a little bit more gold though, but let's have a look at silver then. And I looked at silver and I thought, well, it's similar on the daily in terms of it's starting to turn around, even though we had a bit of a spike here we rejected quite well. And then coming and looking at this on the weekly, I really like this weekly as well. It's pulled back a lot quicker, a lot faster, but we've got this bullish candle this week now is breaking up through. It looks strong, it's looking good, minimum for a run up to around about 40, if not up to 45, and at those levels is where I will decide, are we going to make a lower high, or are we actually going to keep on going up? My expectation at this stage is probably lower high, but nonetheless the momentum is up, and we've got a chance for a decent rally before turning back over. So, and I'll decide on that at the time, but for now it looks like a run up to approximately one of these levels. I don't think it'll get back to 50 again, but who knows. Nonetheless, I think it's got a good run in it. So I thought, okay, let's look for an entry on silver, and even though it's not directly correlated to gold, it is somewhat, and certainly if the metals rally, then there's a good chance they'll rally together. So I came down to the 240 and 480, and I thought, well, a pull back into these old highs through here and into the moving average buy zone and some kind of a PLT setup would be quite nice, and at first that was my plan. But then I came down further and I looked at the 60 and thought, well, actually this is pulling back into a buy zone right now and looking pretty good. Maybe there's a chance for a more aggressive entry with a tighter stop. Then I came all the way down here to the 15-minute chart and just saw, well, actually this is pulling back towards that level now, and we've got a PFX style trade in terms of a pullback to a cluster on a 15-minute chart. It looks strong, and it gives me an entry into silver quite aggressively, but also it's an intraday trade in its own right. I can take a trade here with a stop down behind this level, which is well protected, and just have a 1-to-1 target. And if I get the trade right, then it leaves me with a stake in the trade. I'm in a free trade basically. So if I get the intraday trade right, then I'm in a swing trade at a good entry point with a free trade. I've locked in profit at 1-to-1. So it's a trade for me worth taking. I'm in the trade now. I've got my stop in place. It's just an intraday trade in terms of the stop loss. So if I get it wrong, I'll probably be out within a matter of hours. But it's the kind of trade as well where if I get it right, I lock in the profit on the intraday trade, but I look to stay in this for certainly a number of days, maybe even a number of weeks, depending on the kind of move silver gets going. So there's the trade, and we'll see how that one goes. I'll try and get this video out there as quick as possible.
Okay, I'm back. No doubt you picked up some really good information there that you can start applying to your trading straight away, especially if you're trading the gold and the silver markets. Now at Trader Precision, we're always looking to how we can add the most value to our clients and our potential prospective clients. So what we've done, if you come to our website here at traderprecision.com, down the bottom here on this button, you can click here for a complimentary one-to-one session with one of our traders. Now, this is not a sales session. It's not one of the sales employees. It's one of the actual traders from what our trading team will be speaking to you. What we want to do is give you some information and some advice on how you can improve your trading, but also show you and prove to you that we are the best trading educators out there right now. And no matter who you are, what markets you trade, what level you're at, we've got something that can assist you to become a better trader. And there's no better way that we can do that than a one-to-one session. You can even bring along some of your trades if you want, and we can have a look at those, have a review, and give you some advice on how we think you can improve your trading. So I encourage everyone to book a session here. Just come along to our website, click on this click here button, fill in your details, and then one of our traders will give you a call and we can run through that session with you. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I look forward to maybe speaking to some of you on our one-to-one sessions. Bye for now.